Hey everyone, my name is Vincent Nguyen, and welcome to Tipline. It's our Sunday edition. Today we are especially looking at AMC to start with. So, what is happening with AMC? Let's take a look. Before I get started, I do want to say that I caution everyone to be extremely careful. Keep your head on a swivel. There was a big play on Friday with 35.65 million shares traded. It was an extremely bullish day, as you can see here. Extremely bullish. AMC ran up. Let's take a look here. 14% and then settled down at around 12%. Now, if you measure the run when I called it back here when I first saw price approaching the 20 SMA, you would have netted almost 20% and then closed out about 70% on Friday. Okay, so that being said, the market runs about 20%, 20 to 30% before something happens. So what do I see? I see some retracements possibly coming. Looking at this highly modified version of the oscillator, as you can see here on the day chart, AMC has breached above 88.61% right here. I don't like that. That's just too much. So what does that mean? Before we get into that, let's take a look at the HSI. There's no pattern, so HSI is, it tells me when there's no pattern, it is somewhat effective because it's telling me where the oversold up here, and I'm sorry, the overbought up here, and the oversold is down here. Right now, we're right above 50. So the next big test is going to be whether AMC is going to be able to sustain pricing above 50, which is extremely bullish, right? And up here, it's showing that there could be a retracement once AMC hits over bot in the 100% and above. We've seen this before. We've seen AMC and we've seen other stock trade well above the 100% mark, which is great. So all I'm saying is be really careful. It's oversold. AMC is known to just sell off like that. Okay, so if you're looking at coming in tomorrow, just have really, really, if you're coming in as a day trade or a swing trade and you can get out quickly before things go south, have a really strong trade management in place. Know your price target, know your exit, okay, regardless whether it's profit or just cutting your loss quick. The reason I say that is that's a great segue into the 4-hour chart. Okay, so the 4-hour chart, on this particular chart, before we get here, let's talk about something else real quick before we talk about the pattern. Um, okay, is this the one I'm looking at? Yeah, this is the one I'm looking at. Hold on a second, guys. So I'll look at this one without the oscillators, and I'll show you the overlay of the confluences that I'm seeing between a very bullish pattern that was completed on the 6th. That was Friday. And I'm seeing that there is also a really nasty bear flag for that form right here. The low of 744, high of, let's see here, what was the high? The high was like 940. The top of this bear flag is around 962. Okay. So my thinking is this. If the bulls don't come in on Monday and Tuesday if the bulls don't come in on Monday and Tuesday and then validate this bearish flag, then guess what? The harmonic pattern, the deep crab, is going to kick in. Remember, the deep crab can go either way. It can go up or it can go down. In this case, we're looking at this deep crab retracement of a 2618. So the golden ratio is 618, or 61.8%. This went up twice, 2.618. And look at where this ratio stopped at. Right here. 2618, right at the top of this deep crab. You can't tell me, you cannot tell me that this is a coincidence that the golden ratio of 2618 stopped right at the top of the peak of this deep crab and the high of 10.6 at noon. It's not a coincidence, people. This is all planned out. Now, if we know that this was planned out since the pattern started back here on 9/25 and ended on 10/6, what do you think the market makers, hedge fund, shorts have in store for AMC next? Right? So they printed they printed this bear flag, massive bear flag that started back here on this first drop on 9/6/23. And then the bottom of this flag was on 9/11. The top of this flag was the first part of trading day on Friday. Okay. And then the harmonic optimized pricing for the reversal is at 975. So yes, it's true. AMC closed at 926. We could see them pump AMC up to 975 and beyond, possibly even $10 at 3618, and then come back down, test a hop at 975. So I'm thinking they could do something like this. Okay. Push this up above the 975 hop, make you think that, hey, AMC is going to run. So this is what we would call scenario one as a false breakout. Okay, come down, test 975, and possibly even run to $10.06 at 3618. Remember, stocks don't run forever. When you run 3.618 above where you started, that's huge. That's 3x. So then what happens is they're going to tank AMC, retrace it down to possibly the first level would be the XA level. The XA is comprised of this leg and this leg, and that's how you got 924. Okay, these two legs, XA, this drop right here, created this price amount. And the first price target would be, let's see here, first price target would be 862. And then they'll probably reach, see, that's the retracement for half right there. If you were to cut this move in half, that would be it right there, 858. And then most likely retrace, come up, test the top of the pattern, and then get pushed to 812. That's one scenario. The other scenario is basically if Monday comes, everyone takes profit, they see what I'm seeing here, and basically price has an immediate reaction from this pattern and comes down to a 382, which is 876, or even come down to 858 as an immediate reaction. So whenever there's a pattern between bar number 3 to bar number 5 or bar number 6, that's when you see an immediate reaction to the pattern to validate that the pattern is good. So when you see this immediate rejection, immediate retracement, that tells the bears that, hey, this pattern's been validated. This immediate reaction down is to let you know that 1 and 2 is coming. But if the bulls step in and go, you know what, we're going to push this up to 3618, $10.07, come back down and test a hop at 975, bounce around, consolidate for 2 or 3 trading sessions. Tuesday comes around and we're still hovering around 975, and then come up to 1046. That tells me that the bears are losing this fight and that the bulls have stepped in. I don't care who the bulls are. As long as they're in, they throw the money into AMC, and the buying pressure adds to this very bullish formation. As to what is going to happen by next Friday for the calls, I don't know, guys. I know there are a couple of questions that a couple of people asked me about what's going to happen next Friday. I won't know until I see what happens here at around 9, at the top of this bearish flag at 964. So I need a couple more days for validation to kick in. As of right now, on this particular chart, with the oscillator, this is oversold. Historically, as you can see, once AMC becomes oversold, price immediately tanks. See here, once it hits above the oversold area, price immediately retraces down. And on the 4-hour chart here, for the harmonic pattern, you see this here, harmonic pattern up here? There isn't confirmation yet. Okay, so there isn't confirmation for the bears yet, simply because the confirmation I'm waiting for is AMC needs to, the oscillator needs to close below right around 68% for me to say, yeah, it's bearish now. As of right now, it's still extremely bullish until there's confirmation that this pattern is active, and I don't have confirmation that the harmonic strength indicator has dropped below yet. What could happen is basically this. If AMC if next week comes in, the bulls step in and create like an amazing M formation above the oversold area. This tells me that there's more upside along the way here. I should change this to green, huh? It's because it's green. Okay, so yeah, so if the bulls print an M formation up here in the oversold, yeah, it's going to keep bouncing around. Why? Because it was so drastically oversold here. Oh, I'm sorry, overbought in this area. If the bull, let me repeat myself, correction. If the bulls step in and continue to print an M formation up here in the overbought area, that means that it's completely bullish. Look down here. When you come down into the oversold area and continue to print W's, M's and W's down here, that means that back here, we were still completely just bearish, 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 bearish all the way. So this does tell me that it could bounce up here in the overbought for a few days or so, and this trend could break, and that would mean that there is a break in market structure. That means that AMC could possibly break the downward trend, and now the reversal is coming up. Okay, I don't want to get your hopes up, but I'm seeing both scenario. I'm seeing a bearish deep crab, and I'm seeing the oscillators in the extremely oversold area. So if the bulls step in and continue to drive and continue to buy, this is the bull scenario that I drew out on my last charting. It's still here. It hasn't changed. So AMC needs to come up to this range in the 12 to 1380 price range to form this cup on the 4-hour chart. Okay. Once that happens, you can start thinking about gap filling up here and then come up towards the 200 period moving average. That's the outline for next week. No one can predict pricing, but I can give you a pretty good predictive model of where pricing could potentially go. This is all hinging on what happens on Monday. Okay. If this curves back up down here on the HSI, on my strength index indicator, and forms a W, I'm sorry, an M in the overbought area, then yeah, man, this is going to be super bullish. It's going to be really bullish, right? Come back down, touch this, and then come back up. Yeah, I'll let you know as soon as I see that happening. I want to see that happening for you guys in AMC. And I guess I need to do my obligatory caution that I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I am here to read the chart. As you can see, everything I'm saying is backed up with my TA. Nothing is subjective. This is all objective in terms of what I'm reading. Well, the subjective is really my interpretation. So yeah, there's a little bit of subjection there. All right, guys, Vincent Wynn here. Thank you for tuning in, and stay safe when it comes to trading on Monday. I'll be back. Hopefully, I'll see you guys back, and we'll talk then. Have a great day, guys, and the rest of your weekend. Bye.